It might be time to take a more tranquil approach to life. The world continues to grow in population size, and there's not a lot we can do about that. But what we can do is ensure that we have some fun along the way. Fun that might meet a 98% threshold. But where will we find such possibilities? We may find it within the world's most advanced land flattening. Lovely, yet beautiful simulator. Populus is a game. An old game, but a good game. My good friend and I used to play this game for hours on end. But what does Populus mean? Populus is Latin for people. I did not know this before playing this game, but now I do. I must say the crunchy and dramatic music really helps set the mood for what is promised to be one of the greatest experiences you can ever have with land and flattening. I hope I haven't missold that. Born out of the brain of clever chap Peter Molyneux, who created Bullfrog Productions, responsible for amazing games such as Magic Carpet, Syndicate, Theme Park, Dungeon Keeper, Fusion, Flood, Powermonger, and more. This is a power meter. The more you flatten land, the more power you get. Move and select lots of destruction here. Go here for extra settings. Go here for a modem link up. Look here for an inviting top-down view of the action. The larger the area of flat land, the more your tiny people upgrade their property, thus increasing your power and ability to cause destruction. Populus can be played in different environments, such as winter, shown here for dramatic effect. Once your power or mana is sufficient enough to cause irreparable damage, you can choose which damaging elements to enact. Sufficient upgrading by lowering extensive land will soon ensure you have a hearty collection of intricate castles at your disposal. Although you're not disposing of them, you're collecting them. I've always wanted a castle, and now I've got loads. PayPal, not PayPal, magnets are useful to gather more of your troops and increase your walkers, which ultimately helps you progress with the game and feel strong and efficient. Populus is a game of the 80s, 1989 to be specific, and I must say that while some people may look at the titchy, isometric, pixelated graphics and laugh to themselves, I am still not laughing. This game still holds up incredibly well with its simplistic design. My good friend did once say he couldn't believe that we used to play games with such ridiculous blocky graphics. Wait a minute, who on earth invited Merlin to the party? What magical tomfoolery is going on here? Seems to be planting annoying little trees, which will undoubtedly cause moderate concern. I can't explain what's going on, so I'm not going to. This isn't looking too good actually. The enemy is encroaching on my territory, and something that I am getting a little bit annoyed about. Populus can be a very therapeutic game. Who would have thought the simple art of lowering land could be so conducive to a good time? Certainly not me. The game has many options, as you would hope to expect. Back in the day, you would be able to save your game on a small floppy disk, but with the invention of the future, this has become a thing of the past. One of the more exciting features means you can turn your floundering little people into big strapping knights. and send them on a perilous quest to go and nobble the enemy. What makes this even more of an event is the nice sound it makes every time you make a knight. Watch your knights make their way slowly yet efficiently towards the enemy. I remember my good friend and I trying to make hundreds of knights so we could hopefully recreate an amazing battle, but we only managed to make about 6. This game could be described as a game of strategy. I'm going to describe it as a game of strategy, as I like saying the word strategy. But all mild-mannered joking aside, how will you play Populus? Will you build quickly and efficiently and go in for quick and relentless earthquakes, nasty swamps, or volcanoes? Or will you slowly take your time and build up to an eventual Armageddon, something that we may see later? Come on. That sounds getting a bit annoying now. We can do better than that, surely. Now we're cooking on some high quality calor gas. The knights are on the rampage and will hopefully be burning property down like there's no tomorrow or Thursday. That is a very gleeful night. If you have had enough of the grassy plains and winter excitement, you may like to pay a visit to the desert and try your hand at some more flattening and more land surveying. The game doesn't change, it just looks different, but different can sometimes be good. There are 4 real-world environments to Populus, and the last one is set in a volcano. Always seems to remind me of that level in the Super Mario Kart game for the Super Nintendo, called Super Mario Kart. When you have built up an impressive amount of power, you will be able to cause extreme damage, and you may wish to enact Armageddon. Not the popular Will Patton movie, but all-out mayhem, which will cause your little chaps to run to the centre of the map and fight it out for the ultimate trophy, staying alive. Before you push the button of doom, I would urge you to check you have considerably more power than the enemy, so you can predict a hopeful win, because you do not want to have egg on your face. Populus boasts 500 levels. Enough levels to keep you entertained for many moons, many days, many years, many months, many hours, many minutes, many seconds. Well, you get the idea. No idea what that chap said. Move along. Not only did Populus come out, but we were promised more in the guise of the Promised Lands. More land flattening excitement, but this time things went mad time. Crazy levels utilising the same isometric wonder, but with brand new theming, taking you to the final frontier. Why not sit back and enjoy some mildly wacky levels that take you further still into the advanced flat of the land, to encourage you to embark on a new quest. Trust me. There was a sequel to Populus called the unnecessarily long-winded Populus 2 Trials of the Olympic Gods, or for brevity, you can call it Populus 2, or P2. I never really got to know Populus 2. We met a few times, got on okay, but then slowly drifted apart. There was even a third Populus game called Populus the Beginning, which came out on William Gates's multinational pane of glass platform. I only met this game once and enjoyed a brief moment over a piping hot cup of lapsang souchong, but alas, things were never meant to be. It was a challenging moment, and not one I wish to replicate ever again. I think Peter Molyneux has done alright for himself. Last I heard, he was still working in the video game industry. If you would like to know more, I would recommend you check recent news or his social media profiles, because that's what people do. Bullfrog was eventually merged into Electronic Arts, or the more hip-sounding EA Games. This happened in 2001. EA Games are also a well-known company for making games about balls every single year, with popular sportsmen on the cover. I'm not that into ball games though, so I cannot discuss it any further. Sorry, nothing else to talk about. Was it decided if Populus was a good game or not? It wasn't really decided, it was discussed, it was presented, and I can tell you that given all the facts, it would be up to you to hunt out a copy of the game.